everybody. It's Rebecca, Cedar Creek Bottoms again. Y'all come along with us on our journey today. We are planting cabbages. So let me turn you around so you can go with us. We've already gotten started. So let's take you to the field. Boy, that ginger and turmeric is going to be great this winter, just so you know. And y'all see them green onions? Let me show you these green onions. Yeah, some of them's a little too big, but some of them are still just right. I got green onions everywhere, and look at this. I have new leeks coming up, so that's going to be great. And all these green onions I need to start using. We love onions. I just need to use them. All right, so come on, sister. Let's go. These are our bean poles. We've got them stacked here for next year when we put out the beans again. We use cane, and we use some strips of lumber when they have discarded stuff at the sawmill. So this is our front garden again. Y'all have seen it before. Look at the garlic. Variety 1 is coming up extremely good. Variety 2 is kind of skippy. We're going to come back and plant more. Variety 3 is just starting to come up, and Variety 4 is a little bit behind. This is the 2 types of radishes. I would say the one on the left, which I think is Sparkles, is doing much better than the one on the right. The one on the right, I don't see hardly any of until we get down here. And there's some right there, but again, Sparkles is leading the way. Now it does pick up right here a little better. Okay, so this is one variety of radish, and that's the other variety of radish. Okay, kind of see it. Both sides of the same row. And then over here on this side, we have the same thing. My seeding method, not the best. A little better than Mark's seeding, but over here is Black Magic Kale. And I think this side is Lo Siento or something like that. Kale as well. And a melon seed. Not sure what that's doing in there, but they're coming up everywhere. But this also, the Black Magic on that side, is doing much better than the other variety on this side. So just an update on that. We'll keep you updated throughout the growing season, because that is a test for home gardener varieties through Auburn. I think all of the home gardeners could participate. We are thinning these out and eating them in salads and things. They sure are tasty. Man, are they overseeded. That's all I got to say. All right, we have already started planting cabbage. We bought 2 6-packs of a red cabbage, a 6-pack of Savoy cabbage, and 3 6-packs of Bonnie's Best hybrid cabbage or something like that. So my husband just pulled the tiller through here and loosened up the soil for me. We've planted a few pieces of these, and I got to thinking, you know, I ought to make a video of this. We're just getting into this, guys. I can't remember to make videos, so hopefully I'll start remembering as we go. I just got to have the camera glued to my hand at all times. Now, in with our order that we picked up the other day, we got shallots. So I planted a shallot in between the cabbages. See it right there in the middle? That little red piece in the dirt is the tip of a shallot. So I have buried it in there. Buried is probably a strong word, but it is planted. We've come all the way down here so far. Cabbages like to be planted 2 foot apart. So that's what we've done. I had my husband come through. He's dug some holes for me. As you can see, they're not very deep, but the plant itself is not very big. So it's all right. But we're going to go ahead and start showing you how I'm planting these. And we're going to come back and put a shallot in between them all. And then if we have time before it's too dark, we're going to show you how to plant onions, because we also have red and white onions we purchased. All right, I got you set up. We're going to go ahead and plant one. Now you can see they have a little bit of root band around them. We're just going to loosen it up. We're not going to do a lot. These are good healthy roots. They are not very root bound at all. They're good healthy roots. Now, like I said, he's come through here and dug me some holes. I'm going to set this right down in there and I'm going to pull the dirt around it. Remember what I said in one of my other videos, pot depth is plant depth. So we don't want to plant that any deeper than it already was. Keep that in mind. All right. Now, I also am coming back in here and putting a shallot in the ground. All right. Let's do the next one. Same thing. We loosen up the dirt a little. We dig it up a little bit in here. He's already dug me a hole. And then I just bring the dirt to the plant. Pot depth is plant depth. Yet again, okay? So we're not burying these, okay? Now, let me stick the shallot in the ground again. One shallot. Poke it in the ground in between the two plants. Voila, all done, okay? Now, I didn't bury that. Sister, don't touch that. Leave the camera alone, sister. It's still sticking up a little. Not that you can see it. It is still sticking up a little, okay? See right there? Just a little. So we don't want to bury it, but, you know, it is an onion. This should be forming bulb under the ground, all right? So keep that in mind. We're going to set the camera up and I'm going to start filming the rest of the planting of the row, and then I'll come back to you and show you onions if there's time. Seriously, don't go. Row planted. I'm not going to come back and plant shallots in the rest of this because I don't know if you can notice the difference in the soil. Okay, we've got good dark soil here, and then we transition into more clay. So this soil here still needs some amending and some working on. We will still be doing that through the year. We will still be piling leaves up in here between the rows. So this is still something that will be happening, okay? So I mulch with our leaves. We're already piling them in here, getting ready to mulch with them. So that is not going to change. We're going to cover this whole end. Y'all see all that leaves up in that yard up yonder? All those leaves will come down here. All those leaves over there will come down here. All those leaves in that other yard will come over here. So all the leaves in our yard will become mulch for the gardens. We will be gathering them as we can, hopefully before they disintegrate into the lawn, because we need all the leaves we can get, because this side over here, y'all can see the difference. See the darker soil up there? And then it transitions into clay. You can really see it there. Okay, so that's kind of how this is over here as well. You can see where darker soil is, but all of the lighter soil is actually clay. All right, so let's get busy and get this other row planted. Hopefully we have time, and we will get the onions started. In fact, yeah, we'll come back and do that in a minute. Get this set up. All right, you're not going to be able to see the first one I do because it's right here at the camera, but hopefully you'll get to catch the others. All right, now this clay is also a little more wet here than the rest of the garden, so that is also a little bit of a concern for us. Hopefully the cabbage will do well there. If it doesn't, it's because it's wet clay holding in too much moisture, and it may cause root rot. So that's just something you might want to think about. Also, another thing to do, you want to water your plants before you plant them, but you also want them to be just a little bit drier, because if they're drier, they'll come out of the pot better, but you want them to be to where they're not hurting, in other words, for water. I would say water them the day before you decide to plant them, and then go from there. All right. These are a little bit more root bound, so it's taking a little bit more peeling back of roots. This one really needed a little bit of water. Somehow it got missed. It's a little droopy.
That is the end of our cabbage planting. So we'll take whatever space is left and start planting onions. We now have 2 rows of cabbage. There is a total of 36 cabbage plants, 3 different varieties. Okay? Now we're just going to walk all the way up here to the start of the bed. Mark tilled a double row space. So we may try to use that. But onions don't need a lot of space. They need some. They need loose soil more than they need anything, though. So we're going to kind of kneel through here and get ready to plant. So y'all come with me. Let's get this set up. We have white and we have red. And we're just going to go through here and I'm going to drop them about where I want them. And I don't know what type of spacing I'm doing, but this is what we're going to do, okay? So, let me just show you. So, I got one here. I'm just kind of pushing it into the soil. Got one here, kind of pushing it. I got one here, pushing it. Got one here. I dig a little bit for it. Apparently somebody stepped there. Got one there. Now I didn't berry. Kind of left the tip up. Okay? There's a tip up. That way you can see it sprouting. And we're just going to keep on going like that. Okay? So let me see if I can start dropping while video. Okay. So I got the row of 3. I'm going to come back in between them. And then I got the row of 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. And then the row of 2. And then the row of 3. And then the row of, where's my, there it is, 2. And then the row of 3. All right, now I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to plant. Okay, that way I know my spacing. Okay, so I got one here. I'll stick it in the ground. Got one here. Stick it in the ground. Got one here. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to stick it in the ground. Because basically I've got 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, and 5 rows. So 1 row's got 3 and then I alternate 2 in between them. That's how we're going to plant these. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to stand the camera up and we're going to get busy. Let's see if we can do this. It's almost too dark to see.
about to have to stop anyway and come back to this another day. In fact, I already can't see. We're there. Okay, I think that's one right there. So this one here. I just kind of poke them in the ground, and we come back with fertilizer later. Hopefully these take off and grow. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. So we still have this many left. We'll plant these tomorrow, and we'll get back with you and show you how it works. Hopefully we'll give you an update on how well they grow. And y'all just watch for the updates, okay? So let me show you again some of the greens here. And y'all, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. Number one, make sure you share. Let us know what you want in the comments. Let us know what you want us to teach you. Let us know if we're doing things that you want us to maybe consider a better way. Make sure you put those down in the comments as well. We are always open to learning, but we're also open to teaching. So again, like, comment, share, and if you like us, always subscribe. Till next time, Rebecca from Cedar Creek Bottoms. See y'all on the next step. Bye, guys.